What's up? What's up? It's me, Diffle, back in with another video, Diffle or D5. Um, it's currently like it's super late. It's like 5 a.m. or something, or super early, depending on whatever you want to define that as. Either way, just here to do a little quick second update, basically another update. And a little bit of a rant, like high key of a rant. Okay, but basically, um I would like to first thank y'all so much for the amount of support I've been getting. And obviously it's not like a crazy ton, but I just want to thank y'all. Like it like genuinely like bro, it warms my heart. Like it actually makes me feel happy inside all that, you know? Like genuinely like I would have never guessed that I would get a lot of like attention. If not, like I would get a lot of views, but nah, like it's actually like I'm starting to get more and more um I guess of an audience. And it's kind of like insane to think about. So yeah, I just want to start off with that. Just say thank you. I appreciate that so much. Like genuinely. I hope y'all still stick around, watch more of my content. I got more plans when it comes to YouTube and I appreciate that. Um, so I don't know if I don't know how many people watched my first video on like my whole situation, but things have gotten better. Things have eased down a little bit, calmed down. I'm currently like still in a weird situation with my personal life, but at the same time it's not annoying, it's not bad. It's like actually pretty I don't know, it's fairly tame compared to like how it was previously. Um, there is one thing I do want to rant about. I want to rant about communication a little bit. All right, communication is very important. All right, this is it's language. It's honestly a beauty. Like we gotta. I don't think people realize how valuable language is a lot of times, and people just end up like I guess forgetting about it or not using it properly. Communication is very important. I'm not the best at it, but I think I know one or two things about it to the point where it's like I know how important it is and how I guess how to use it, you know? But obviously I'm not perfect. I don't use it properly every single day of my life, but at the same time I'm obviously um not the worst at it. I know my fair share amount of communication. So the reason why I'm talking about communication is because right, my alarm's going off. Anyways, let me turn that. But yeah, no, communication is super valuable, and genuinely, the reason why I'm talking about it in the first place is because, let's just say, I feel like someone didn't, I guess, communicate properly. I'll put it like that. Someone that I know didn't not communicate properly, and I just want to address it a little bit. And it's not before there's like guesses. No one knows this person. The only reason why is because at least no one of the people of my content know this person. It's because it's an IRL. All right, it's someone I know in real life, and and I don't want to like bash on them too much because I'll still value like I still want to value someone for not being the best at what they are communicating. Um, but either way, it's just I don't know. I just want to rant because I feel like it's important that people understand how I operate if this ever were to happen again. But sorry. So, um, basically, I I'm basically I'm working with this person. All right, I'm just gonna put it like that. Yeah, I'm working with this person, and me and this person aren't necessarily the closest, but we are very much. We have to work together. But at the same time as me working with this person, I meet with them pretty recently, and during the meeting, it just seemed like they were being awfully rude to me, and did not value my work ethic that much. And it's just, I don't like to be devalued as a person. I don't think it's appropriate to devalue someone no matter how, I guess, no matter how, like, how much you may not like them, if that makes sense. Um, I feel like it's just like, it's just bad work ethic. That's really it. Um, but yeah, no, like it wasn't appropriate either. Like I feel like they just devalued me for literally no reason and like just made me, it didn't make me feel worse because thankfully like I don't really, it doesn't really bother me or affect me anymore, but the only reason why I want to rant about it is because I don't know, it's just like you don't, I feel like something like devaluing someone for what their work ethic is like is just kind of a low. It's kind of a low in your life. Like you don't really have to, you don't have to do that. You're doing it out of choice and out of spite. And it's not nice at all. Like it's not gonna help anyone. It's actually gonna make the situation 10 times worse. And this is where I want to go over. I want I want to make sure people are aware of how to properly communicate because like don't I don't think people understand it. I feel like people, what they a lot of times do end up just trying to, they think they're helping a situation, but in 9 times out of 10 they're very much not helping a situation. And what I mean by that is, let's put an example here, all right? If I have an issue, let's say with one of my friends, and the issue is that I believe that they're not talking behind my back, but they're like kind of making me look bad in front of other people. Let's say like that I'm like trying to, I don't know, talk to them about how I really enjoy, I don't know, just one of my hobbies. Um like a game or something. I'm trying to enjoy one of my games, and I'm telling them about it. And then when we're in a public setting, we're now confronted with like a ton of other people. Um so there's like a ton of other people and we're all talking about this game, but my friend, the one that I was initially telling all the different things I like about the game that I was like interested in, like kind of tells them, "Oh yeah, by the way, Diffle's like really bad at this game. He's like kind of like just making me look bad. Literally just trying to make me look bad. Oh yeah, he's like he spent like 500 hours on this one boss. Whatever." Um that's not a very cool move, and I'm pretty sure that's pretty self-explanatory like why it's not a cool move, but in order to go more in depth, um the reason why is more so because you don't really need to do that. Like, you don't need to add on these extra details of either making someone look bad. You don't need to, like, you don't need to do that. But the response of how I should bring this up isn't I double down and I just like mention to the rest of the people, oh no, but he's really bad. If someone was to tell me I'm bad at a game, I'm not gonna go double down saying, oh no, they're worse at the game though. Like maybe for like joking situations, but let's say in this scenario I feel just uncomfortable. I'm not going to double down like that. The number one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to let them know, and I'm going to let them know in a very, like, I'm gonna let them know in a very like nice way, like, hey, I just didn't appreciate that. I don't want you doing that to me again. Just that's it. All right. I'm not gonna go out of my way saying, I think you're a really rude person, and I think that whatever. Like, I'm not trying to make the situation, like, I'm not trying to escalate. How about that? There you go. I'm not trying to escalate the situation, trying to make it worse. And this is where I'm coming from, because a lot of times people like to escalate situations. They like to kind of like say their personal opinions. They like to, like, I don't know, just There's like everyone has their own thoughts realistically. So whenever someone lets their thoughts kind of slide there, it makes a bigger situation. And that's the thing about communication. Look, you can have your personal thoughts. Anyone can have their own personal thoughts about anyone and anything. But there's a time and place. I hope everyone is aware of that because a lot of the times the time and place isn't there. And you should really just think about the time and place because as much as I would love to yell at a person, as much as I would love to escalate a situation, bring my own personal opinions, you probably shouldn't. And that's not because you're trying to disrespect yourself. No, 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 no. It's so then you move on with life. Because look, as I love arguments, I love banter, I love to just like steer up some controversy. It's a lot of fun, all right? But realistically, whenever that happens, it makes the situation 10 times worse. And on top of that, you end up getting stuck on this situation a lot more than you really think. The conversation could happen last week, but we're still talking about this conversation. And I don't want to do that because guess what? I have a life to live, and I'm sure you do too. Why would I want to be talking about a scenario that happened last week? I don't. So let's do let's do everyone a favor. Let's just one say in a respectful manner whatever you have to say, but two, we forget about it. All right? Let's not put our personal opinions into I don't even know. Like let's just not have personal opinions when it comes to the things we don't like or the things we do like because it's just not really I don't know. It's not really beneficial for no one. It's really not. Um and I would love to just like I don't know, move on because I don't think it's worth anyone's time to be stuck on a scenario like that. Um, but yeah, no, like I had to deal with something like this recently, and I would love to talk about it, but I don't think it's appropriate for me to talk about, and I don't think I'll be able to talk about it eventually. But right now, since it's so recent, I don't want to talk about it. Either way, that was basically what I was trying to get at. But no, in other news, I'm if you are wondering, I'm doing pretty swell myself. Other than that scenario, I've been working um endlessly, and I guess the only close friends would know this, or if you just follow my channel for a little bit now, you would know this. But I've been trying to work a lot more. Um, I want to upload a lot more videos, and I still as you can see, I've been uploading a lot more. At least I would say so. And on top of that, I have even more plans with the channel. And eventually, I'll be coming back to school. I don't know how my schedule is gonna look like when it comes to uploads. Um, it's gonna be a lot of balance, but I'm not too worried about it. At least not right now, just because it's not happening right now. But it is gonna be happening soon. Just trying to make aware of that. I know, but I appreciate everyone for the support. I'm trying to reach 2,000 if you did not know. So if you do find this, please subscribe. And if you find this channel opposed to my main channel, look in the description, find my main channel. Please sure be sure to subscribe if you enjoy me talking or enjoy my voice, whatever. Find me entertaining. But yeah, no, like I just want to give everyone a more of an update. Also, just teach some people if you did not know about communication. Teach some people about communication. At least my guidelines with it. Obviously, you don't have to follow my guidelines. You can make up your own guidelines, but I hope that everyone can agree to some of the points I made. And I hope if you don't agree, you come up with similar conclusions. But yeah, thank y'all so much. Peace out.